Yeah, it was kind of a rough weekend in this household. Not only did my Ravens lose a game that they had no business losing, but obviously had some issues with my PlayStation 5 as well. Now, a lot of times I've done videos and I've said, oh, okay, well, my PS5 bricked, and I've had to go into safe mode with it multiple times throughout this generation. I've had issues with it here and there, but I had it kind of stowed away a little bit and like a dust cover on it and stuff like that. Some VR stuff came out that I wanted to get a chance to try, and so I'm like, okay, let me do my thing. There's obviously a update that came out that I needed to get. Unfortunately, what I got was a completely busted console. This is my PS5 right here, and it is plugged in, and you can't go into the actual mode right now. You can't go into anything. It beeps. Listen, right? It beeps, and if I hit eject, but there is nothing in terms of being able to go out there and see something on the screen or anything like that. So unfortunately it is busted. Now, being that this is a launch PlayStation 5, there is nothing that I can do about it. Sony wants $250 to fix it. I did actually, when I bought this, I went and got the 3-year warranty from GameStop, which 3 years isn't up until November 12th of this year. The problem is I went down to GameStop and they're like, okay, we see, because I didn't have a receipt. Like, I don't, almost 3 years later, who would have a receipt? And even if you did, it would likely probably be smudged or something along those lines. But even if you had a receipt, right, I don't know how good it would do me, because I went in there and I'm like, okay, I bought this and I got a 3-year warranty and now it's not working. And they were like, let's pull it up in the computer. Okay, we see you bought the PS5, you bought a controller. You also bought this thing that says it cost $80, but it doesn't say what it is in the machine. And I'm like, well, that was the extended warranty. And so, there was not really anything they could do for me. So my options are pay Sony $250. So basically, this PlayStation 5 will end up costing me almost $800 in 3 years. It's kind of funny to me. And not only that, but I have this $600 VR unit that I can't use without a PS5. So it's just one of those things. I guess I have no idea. I'm kind of flabbergasted by it like this, and this is not some kind of act or joke or anything like that. It really just sucks. I don't know that the other thing that's annoying is there's a brand new copy of Gran Turismo 7 in here, right? I was going to try that out in VR, but brand new copy, unwrap the shrink wrap and everything, put that in, and obviously can't get it out. It's pretty unfortunate. Looking up some of these issues online, apparently there's some capacitor issues like this, if this is the problem, and it's sort of unfortunate, but at the end of the day, it's just one of those things that kind of sucks. Now, people go, well, weren't you a big PlayStation fan at one time? Listen, I was playing a little bit more PlayStation, or a lot more PlayStation at a particular point, but I was even playing multi-platform games on PlayStation at one point. And then basically what happened was my saves from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 were nowhere to be found, right? Like, they made it super difficult, and I lost hours and hours of time and things like that. So that's super unfortunate that happened. And I think one of the things right away that kind of annoyed me was, I was super hyped up. I wanted to play that Avengers game. We didn't know it was a big piece of crap. But actually, I gotta say, the single player portion of that is fun. It's a good story. It's got nice characters and stuff like that. That was fine. Like everybody else, I thought that the games as a service part was unnecessary. But I was excited, and then they were going to get Spider-Man content exclusive on PlayStation 5, and so okay, cool. I got it on PlayStation 4, playing it on my PlayStation 4 Pro. I get about I don't know, I'm probably 8 or 10 hours into the game, and and then the update comes for the PS5 version. I update to the PS5 version, and then it's like, well, we can't find your save file. So I'm doing all the stuff that they're telling me to do, and they couldn't find my save file. So it is what it is. Like, I had to start over. I didn't want to start over, and so basically that's kind of what happened. And this wasn't the only game that happened with, right? So Uncharted 4, they came out with like a remastered version of that, and you could have synced your files or whatever, and it wouldn't let me do that. Couldn't find my save file. Spider-Man, same thing, with the updated Spider-Man game, it wouldn't find my save file. Ghost of Tsushima, same thing, couldn't find my update, couldn't find my file. Same thing happened to Death Stranding, right? They did the director's cut. They're like, oh, your save file will just carry over. Nothing carried over. Nothing. So that started to be sort of like this hassle, and then it wouldn't even find a lot of stuff, like different save files that I had. And then it was just so funny to me, I just went back one day to capture some footage on my Xbox, right, my Xbox Series X, and it was like an Xbox 360 game that I hadn't played since like 2009 or something, and my save file was still there, right, through the cloud. And I was just like, this is like, I get that this is probably a small thing to some people, but when you have as many games as I have, and you go back to stuff and kind of switch around the way that I do a little bit, it's a little bit unfortunate that it kind of happens the way that it happened. And for me to have this broke, I don't know when I'll be able. I've got kids and I'm working 2 jobs and doing some night schooling and stuff. Like, I don't have any idea when I'll be able to get this fixed, or what I'm saying. So it's frustrating for someone like me, because one of my pet peeves, one of the things that really kind of annoys me as a person, is replacing stuff I've already had, right? It's super frustrating. It's super annoying. I take really good care of my stuff, and so for my console to be busted when I've hardly even used it blows my mind, right? And apparently this is a pretty common problem with PlayStation 5. So yeah, it's sort of unfortunate, and I'm kind of bummed about it, but what else can I do? It's like you finally wanted a chance to do something and mess with it a little bit, and this kind of happened. So like I said, it's super unfortunate, but maybe you guys have an idea, I don't know. But like, for me, it's I'm not really in a great mood about this or anything like that. It's not something that I'm happy about. Obviously, what a waste of money, right? I definitely don't feel like I got my money's worth out of it. It's just unfortunate that this happened. So I'm very curious to hear what all of you have to say, though. Have you had any problems with your PlayStation 5? Well, do you think this is the update or a capacitor issue or power supply issue, something like that? Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate it. We'll catch you next time. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. Peace out.